So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here, and welcome to the video you guys have been waiting for. This is the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 reveal trailer. I'm going to play it for you first, and afterwards I'm going to break it down, as there's a lot of nice little details that we can find in there, including zombies. This is absolutely insane. If you guys are hyped, smash that like button, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section, and let's get straight into it.
Weapons don't have instincts. Weapons don't have loyalty. Weapons don't have judgment. Soldiers do. What happens when the soldier becomes the weapon? How far can we push technology?
I could not foresee this thing happening to you
before it starts pushing back.
Pre-order now and get access to the multiplayer beta.
There we go, guys. How incredible was that trailer? A look at campaign, a small bit of multiplayer if you guys looked closely, and the slightest bit of zombies at the end. We want so much more, but let's go ahead and break this down. So let's talk a bit more about the campaign features that we saw so far, and then we'll look at the multiplayer a little bit later on. But I am going to be posting a 17-minute in-depth video of everything about Black Ops 3 multiplayer later on today. It will be linked down below in the description if it's not there already, so you guys can get a much thorough in-depth look at this, because I've been lucky enough to play Black Ops 3 at Treyarch, and I have a load of information to tell you. So I saw this campaign mission for myself, and I'll be able to give you guys some information about it. So this campaign is designed for 4-player online co-op and solo playability, where we'll encounter all the epic cinematic moments, as well as new open area style gameplay elements designed to change every single time that we play. And as you can see, it's just absolutely crazy flamboyant action here. So the story behind this is that we're playing as a group name called Prototype, which go behind enemy lines and uncover the disturbing truth. Now in this mission here, the team falls off the grid and it takes them to Cairo at a location called Ramsey Station. So the world that we're seeing within the campaign is a world where robots become common ground in the battlefield, and robotics and bio-augmentation is the main premise. Now, within the storyline, the cutting-edge technology which the Black Ops soldiers use is called a direct neural interface, or DNI, which almost connects the soldiers together, where you can have omnipresent battlefield answers all between each other, and it allows the soldiers to reach information towards each other at incredible speeds, as well as making them more durable and stronger with augmented limbs and speed. The Black Ops soldiers also feature things called cyber cores and cyber rigs, which are cybernetic modifications that allow an added degree of player customization. Cyber cores provide a variety of skills, from remote hacking and controlling drones, which is what you see in this gameplay, where one of the characters hops onto some sort of vehicle, they see a drone flying in the air and they manage to hack it remotely, so then we can use it. There's another shot where you see some nanobots fly out of a player's hand. Normally those are nanobot distractions, but if you play and upgrade your character in the campaign, where you level it up with the XP progression system, you you can upgrade those nanobot distractions, which will then attack enemies. And as you can see in the trailer, the nanobots completely fry these enemies, which is just insane. Now, with the campaign, spatial design and larger environments have been created to utilize more powerful hardware, providing us the ability to go off the rails and engage enemies in a manner of our choosing in open arena gameplay, which you can see in this. Because of this, we can enjoy replayability with no two engagements being the same. And with such open areas, the team at Treyarch completely overhauled the AI system and created a new animation system supporting more than 20 different emerging AI systems that challenge players in a variety of different ways. Now, the last thing I'll say about the campaign is that it features campaign pillars, which is a mix of cinematic intensity, epic action with a gritty, dark narrative, which Treyarch is known for. But now we've gone and done all of the campaign stuff, let's talk about multiplayer, because that is very, very exciting. So now let's jump into multiplayer. Surprisingly, we got quite a few shots from multiplayer in this, and I'm going to go through it with you. So this very first shot we see is of a player that's jumping underwater into a waterfall. This is actually on a map called Hunted, which is a hut where there's a hunting lodge situated beneath a waterfall in the lush mountains of Ethiopia, where rugged terrain opens up to long sight lines and a stealthy underwater pathway. So swimming is actually quite a big thing in Black Ops 3 multiplayer. If the map isn't suited to have water in it, it won't have water, but this allows you full control of your gun when underwater, and I'm sure it will play a much more important role within multiplayer, as I have seen some parts where certain game modes will have a flag point that will be actually underwater. So we go underwater, we kill a character, and then we thrust jump out, and then this weird random thing happens. Now, I'm going to talk more about this in depth in my multiplayer video, but there's a thing in the game called specialists, which allow you to play as different characters with their own unique abilities and movesets. This one is of a robot character, and his special weapon is a scythe, where his arm transforms into a turret, which can actually mow down and shoot people. Now, at the moment, this probably sounds really ridiculous to even imagine this sort of thing being in Call of Duty multiplayer, but trust me, watch my breakdown as I'll try and make it a little bit more sense for you. But these are essentially like abilities that you can earn in the game, which are earned and accelerated by score. They sort of like, once you've earned it, you can hold it and use it whenever you want. Sort of like when you earn a score streak, you can use it whenever you want. It's powered up just by playing the game and accelerated by score, and it's got a limited time use, so you can only use these like abilities and weapons for a very short amount of time. If you're killed whilst using it, then you don't have that anymore. And we see a few more of these different abilities. So we can see another shot of a character whose special weapon is a crossbow, and when you shoot that, it shoots an explosive crossbow bolt. As you can see, the player blows up on impact. You can see the limbs fly off him as well, and the character flies backwards, which is a reaction from the crossbow bolt. So if there's any players near when that initial player dies and is blown backwards, they will also get killed. Now, the map that this is taking place is on a multiplayer map called Stronghold, which is a high-tech Swiss chateau in the frozen mountainous Alps. Stronghold has an asymmetrical design with a mix of exposed sightlines and tight close quarters. Now, we next see another weapon ability, and this is a gun called the Annihilator, which is a sort of high-powered revolver hand cannon, which is a one-shot pistol kill. You get about 6 to 7 shots in this, and it lasts for around about 10 seconds. So all of these abilities and weapons you have to activate when you feel it's right, because you don't have a long time to use these. Now, we have another character as well who has an ability. I'll get into that in my multiplayer breakdown, but we also have up to 9 of these specialist characters in total when the game will launch. So a lot of different abilities which you'll be able to use inside of multiplayer, which will change up the game a little bit, but it will add fresh and new tactics. Now, throughout this reveal trailer, you probably saw little specks of this, and you're probably thinking, what is going on? And that's right. Wall running is a part of Black Ops 3, and we see this in one of the shots here, where we wall run across one wall and then we traverse ourselves onto a wall to our right and continue on this kind of chained movement momentum whilst killing someone. So wall running is in the game, and it feels very, very natural. You do this by running towards a wall and jumping on it, and you'll start running across it. Now, just like in real life, momentum will eventually make you fall down the wall, so you need to keep chaining your movement in order to keep your momentum going, to keep on the same level. But wall running is a thing where it's designed in parts of the maps, but it's not in every single area. You won't be able to just simply wall run on every single wall that you find. Some areas will be made specifically to wall run across, some will not be, but it's a very controversial addition to Call of Duty, but it feels completely natural, and once you've used it a few times, it is absolutely 100% natural to use and feels absolutely great. So as well as the wall running, we have a bunch of new movement in Black Ops 3, and one of them is the thrust jump. Now this is not an exo jump, this is 100% different to an exo jump, and this actually uses thruster packs on your back which allow you to control exactly how high in the air you go or how far forwards elevated in the air you want to go. Unlike Advanced Warfare, this thrust jump allows you to move omnidirectional, so you can move forwards, backwards, left or right in the air, and you can control your bursts of air by tapping the jump button. And there's an actual little power meter on screen which shows you how much thrust you have left before you need it to recharge before you can do it again. But there's one shot in the campaign where someone thrust jumps up onto a van before they hack on one of those drones. Now if you guys want to see more in depth on multiplayer, then check the link down below in the description. But now we're going to talk about zombies, which is personally probably the most exciting thing in my opinion for Black Ops 3, which we don't know about yet. And we just had this one shot at the end of a zombie breaking down a barricade with a few zombies behind it, and it just got me incredibly hyped. So the first thing I noticed straight away was a zombie was wearing some sort of hat which almost resembled kind of Nazis / World War II. That's what I was feeling from this. The zombie's eyes are also kind of orangey red, which means that Samantha is taking control of the zombies at this point in time. Bricktofen, usually the zombies' eyes would be blue, but in this they're orange. Now back in February of this year, Treyarch done a presentation about the creative process of zombies. We saw a massive presentation with a few little Easter egg images hidden within there, and if you guys remember, this was one of the screenshots we've seen that was from Black Ops 3 Zombies, something that we didn't recognize, the gun on the wall here. If we look and compare this image of that screenshot to what we saw in this trailer, it matches up. The colors look exactly the same. Perhaps even the shadow of the zombie that we see on the wall is this zombie that we saw in the video. But this brief scene that we've seen of the zombies looks like it's set in the past. Not too sure when exactly, but to me it looks kind of World War II-ish. We don't have a lot of details about zombies. All that I was told was that creative detail about zombies is not out till later this year, and as we know, it will have its own 4-player progression XP system, which is still Treyarch Zombies at the heart of it, just they said the progression system will add more depth and more replayability without sacrificing the accessibility of zombies on how easy it is to just pick it up and easily play it for a brief amount of time. Now besides that, we've not seen anything new apart from this image of this poster where we see a zombie with a some sort of card in its hand, which we have seen in the reveal teaser trailer for Black Ops 3, but we're not too sure what exactly that could be linked to. So there we go guys, that was my breakdown of the Black Ops 3 reveal trailer. A lot of information in there about campaign, surprisingly a fair amount of information about multiplayer, and the fact that multiplayer gameplay was shown in the reveal is insane, and of course that zombie cinematic at the end is just so good. I'm so hyped for what we see next from this. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. Smash that like button if you're hyped. I do not know how you could not be hyped after this insane trailer. If you're new around here, subscribe for more Black Ops 3 goodness, and I'll catch you guys on another video very, very soon.